Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk about SB19 at Summer Sonic Osaka. So they stepped onto the massive stage and gave us a set list that really showed different sides of the group. So we have Damn, Gento, Lawless, Quit, Emoji, Memories, and Crimzone. And what I love about this lineup is that it wasn't just even high energy songs one after another. There were different moods, different styles, and different opportunities for the members to show what they can do as a performer. And remember, this is Summer Sonic, a huge festival where you're performing not only for people who already know SB19, but also for people who might be discovering them for the first time. So let's go through the performances because there are definitely some moments worth talking about. Let's start with Damn. Honestly, this was such a strong way to open the set because the song immediately gives you the confident and powerful SB19 energy. There's no need for a long introduction. Once they start performing, you already know what kind of performance you're about to get. I especially like the attitude they bring to this song. It's not just about hitting the choreography, it's about the facial expressions, the body language, and the way they carry themselves on the huge stage. For a festival audience, that's important because you need to grab people's attention quickly. Next, we have Gento. Then we got Gento, and honestly, this is where the energy goes even higher. Gento has become such an iconic SB19 performance song. See how comfortable the members are with it now. The choreography has that swagger, and every member has moments where they can show their personality. And imagine being at Summer Sonic who doesn't really know SB19. You hear Gento, you see five guys completely owning the stage, and you're probably thinking, okay, who are these guys? That's exactly what you want from international festival performance. Gento is basically saying, let's introduce ourselves. Next, we have Lawless. Now, this is interesting because it's a newer track, and I love seeing how SB19 is presenting this song on an international stage. So the energy is darker and more aggressive, and their performance really matches the mood. What stands out for me here is the attitude. They're not performing Lawless, that they're still trying to figure out what kind of song it is. They're performing it with confidence, and even if someone in the audience doesn't understand the lyrics, the performance itself communicates the mood. You can feel the intensity through their delivery, expressions, and choreography. And I think that's one of the strengths of SB19. They know how to make a song visually interesting. Next, we have Quit. Okay, and I actually like having this song. It gives us slight change in mood while still keeping the momentum going. This is where you can really appreciate the individual personalities of the members. One thing I enjoy about SB19 performance is that they don't feel like five people trying to become one person. You can still recognize each member's personality while they perform together as a group. And Quit gives them the opportunity to show a slightly different side of themselves. It's a nice change before we move into the next song, which is Emoji. So after all the intensity from the earlier performance, Emoji brings a lighter and more playful energy to set. And honestly, I think this was a smart addition because a good festival set needs variety. You don't want every song to have exactly the same mood. Emoji lets the audience relax a little bit, have fun, and enjoy the personality of the performers. And I think casual listeners can connect with this kind of song pretty easily. You don't necessarily need to know the entire SB19 discography. You can just watch the performance and enjoy the vibe. Next, this is one of my favorite, which is Memories. After all those powerful performances, it's nice to have a moment where we can focus more on the vocals and the feeling behind the song. This is also a good reminder that SB19 isn't only about choreography and stage presence. They can also pull things back and let their voices carry the performance. And for people discovering them at Summer Sonic, I think this kind of song is important. You get to see another side of the group. They're not just performers who can dance and command a stage. They're also artists who can deliver emotion through their vocals. And finally, we have Crimzone, the favorite of all, one of the hype song in a concert. Because why would SB19 end quietly, right? After everything they've already performed, they still have to give us one more burst of energy. And that's what I love about Crimzone as a closing performance. It feels like they're saying, okay, we're almost done, but we're going to make sure you remember us. And that's exactly how should end a festival set. You want the last song to leave an impression. You want the crowd to still feel the energy after the members leave the stage. And Crimzone definitely gives the final punch. So overall, they look confident. They weren't just trying to impress the people who already know them. They were introducing themselves to a much bigger audience. And I love that they didn't have to completely change who they are to do that. They brought their own music, their own style, their own choreography, own personality, and their own Filipino identity onto that stage. The set also showed their versatility. Dam and Gento gave us that powerful opening. Lawless brought the darker, more aggressive energy. Quit gave us another change in mood. Emoji brought the fun. Memory showed the emotional and vocal side, and the Crimzone came in and basically said, we're ending with a bang. That's pretty solid festival set if you ask me, and honestly, one of the biggest wins isn't just how many 18 were watching. It's the possibility that someone at Summer Sonic who had never heard of SB19 before might have gone home and searched their name. And then suddenly they're discovering Gento, Mappa, Bazinga, and all the songs of SB19. That's how international audience grow, one performance at a time. So, but now I want to hear from you 18. Which performance stood out to you the most? Was it the powerful opening Dam, the iconic energy of Gento, the attitude of Lawless, the vibe of Quit, the fun of Emoji, the emotion of Memories, or did Crimzone completely take the crown for you? Let me know in the comment section, because I definitely want to know which song was your favorite. And if you enjoyed this SB19 Summer Sonic spiel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more SB19 content. And as always, see you on the next one. Bye, 18.